Now, efforts are still being made at the 18th Annual Convention of Parties on Climate Change to control environmental degradation. The nearly 200 nations seeking sustainable ways of curbing global warming. And speaking of Africa, environmentalists say the average increase in temperature in Africa is likely to be higher than the average increase globally. And the semi-autonomous region of Somaliland in the Horn of the African region could become a huge desert. Now, trees are being cut down in their hundreds and burnt to make charcoal. CCTV's Carol Oyola now reports.
Hussein and his workmates know this tree is worth money. They carry the branches they've hacked off to a hole where they start a fire. After covering it, they'll leave it up to 4 days, enough time to turn the wood into charcoal. Each tree produces around 2 big sacks, which they sell for a total of $12 US.
It takes a while to cut and burn the trees, so I normally do 2 a day, around 40 trees every month.
Charcoal is big business in Somaliland, the semi-autonomous state in northern Somalia. It is used by almost everyone for cooking and heating, and that's seen huge swaths of forest disappear.
Many years back, this area, the whole area, has been full of trees.
The charity Candlelight, one of only a couple of environmental organizations working in Somaliland, says the whole region could be a desert within 20 years unless something is done, and soon.
If the trees are cleared, there is no chance for the water to infiltrate into the ground, and that will actually create the acceleration of runoff that creates, the formation of gullies. And that means, the water effectiveness will not be there.
There are alternative energy supplies, but they are far too expensive for most people. Even the government admits the battle to stop deforestation is being lost.
The government of Somaliland and the Ministry of Environment, we tried to stop that kind of, unsustainable use of forest resource, but we couldn't succeed because there's a lack of, financial resource.
The explorer Richard Button described Somaliland as having lands capable of cultivation and by hills covered with pine and other valuable trees. But there is no sign of that now, nor of the elephants, lions and leopards which used to roam the forests. And soon there'll be no food left for the goats and sheep, forcing more and more people further into poverty. Carol Oyola, CCTV.